I come from a small village where there was no electricity until I was in 4th grade, and period. So it's not about electricity, it's about what your exposure would be. When you come from a place like this, you couldn't imagine things because you have never seen anything better. To come from a place like that, you really had to be part of a family that had a vision that you did not as a child. And my family didn't have a vision, they had a belief. The belief was, you study and things will come to you. They did not understand entrepreneurship, they didn't understand technology. I was the first technology graduate in a 20,000 family community, but they understood one thing. You study, things will come to you. Call it faith, call it belief, call it wisdom, call it whatever. But it worked for me. I came to the United States December 11, 1984, landed in Ann Arbor Strait. Honest to God, with $312 and a small check, because when you apply internationally, you have to obviously prove, if you don't get financial aid, that you have financial means, like anywhere else, to get admission. Our family didn't have money, so my uncle signed my I-20 form to say, I'll support him. And then I gathered money for the first semester tuition in Ann Arbor. I had full ride from Ohio University, Athens. I chose this place, thank God I did. And I came with a check for the first semester. And my goal was to come here and convince everybody that I should be given full ride. Because you didn't give me when you gave me the admission, but you really have to see now who I am. I went door to door first semester and I got the scholarship, initially as a TA, then as an RA, and I paid for my education throughout for as long as I studied. And the rest is the history. Since then, after I graduated from here in '87, these are some of the companies I've started. Intercomputer Communication, that was my first company. I started with Kevin O'Connor, if you know Kevin, who was the founder of DoubleClick, also another UFM graduate. Then I started Pioneer Systems. I sold it to Unisys, then I started Secure IT, sold it to VeriSign, and went on and on and on. Today, I run a group called Vora Ventures, which is not a private equity firm, not a venture capital. We work from heart, from passion, more than spreadsheets. We are successful over a long term, but we are not always short-term smart because of a lot of heart. We care for people, we care for community, we care for living a good life than just making a lot of money and forgetting about who we are. At the same time, we have to be profitable, we have to make money. Amazing balance of the culture. We have about 12 companies, about over 2,000 employees worldwide. We have companies, only thing I know, I don't know how to really play golf well, I don't know how to do anything else other than IT. Software, infrastructure, services. That's all I know. So we have 3 kind of companies and are fortunate to be here. So really, it's not about my story, it's about the message. The point is beating the odds. Point is hope. Point is probability. Point is stats. A person from a background that I had, extremely humble background, you have to understand, when I was applying for Michigan, honest to God, I had to go to a local library to find the only book they had about American universities in a size 6 font. And they had 4 pictures of Michigan. There was no website, I promise you. In 1984, there was no website. I think you know that, okay? There was no access to videos, to content, to pictures, to blogs, to community, to ratings, to US News and World Report. There was nothing. Researching from that, coming here, and today, having an opportunity to, I worked on 3 search engines, specialized search engines. I'm working on a huge big data initiative, which is, those of you who are technical would understand, it's a very complex problem to solve. Working on a consumer sentiment, how do you predict the consumer behavior in the future? Some of the social mobile revolutions. What are the odds of a kid of my means, my background, to be doing this? You compare that to the odds that you guys have. That how many of you have an opportunity to be next Larry Page, to be next Sergey Brin, to be next, may not be Zuckerberg, but maybe, to be next whoever, right? We all have our favorites.